better give me that money.
Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money.
Welcome back to Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. I am Jamie G. Esquire the Fifth, and no, I'm not the lawyer for Jordan Poyer. I believe that he's Bob Loblaw's client. I'm back with Magnum Mills to help you turn a profit wagering on the main slate of Sunday games from week 2 of the 2024 NFL season. How you doing, Mills? You ready for a little week 2 action, baby?
I am ready, but I'm also wondering how you know who Jordan Poyer's lawyer is. Either you were trying to add him as a client, you were doing a little bit of poaching, or you read Bob Loblaw's law blog. And this is not a blog, but we are holding down the bees here on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by CZGAP Fantasy Football. Thanks for checking us out. You can find our show wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Find us on social media at CZGAPFF and the same place on the internet, CZGAPFF.com. Try to keep it nice and easy to remember, just like those flaps, FLAPS. Follow, like, and please subscribe. It's crucial to our success. It's a good deal. We don't cost you nothing. And if you had fun, please hit the thumb.
Well, we're talking about the main slate of games on Sunday. The 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games are our targets. We'll be talking about Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football on our next episode. Make sure you thumb and subscribe this thing so you don't miss it. All odds, weather, injuries, etc., they're accurate as of Friday, September 13th. Ooh, Freaky Friday, baby. And the odds are from DraftKings Sportsbook. We're going to start out with transparency time, as we always do. Mills, how are we looking overall through Thursday Night Football in week 2? Did we hit? Did we cash? Did we suck?
Yes, we did. We will get through the individual portions of it as we go through, but through the Thursday Night Football game in week 2, the Bills victory over the Dolphins, I am up a little bit over 507 coins on the year. Jamie G, you're up just a shade under 63 coins. And on our collaborative wagers, our tripods, our 3 legs, parlays, we are up a little. Actually, we're up exactly 929 coins. So you put it all together on the season, we're up 1,499.17 coins. Not too bad. So if you've been riding the train, we're going to try to keep it moving, man.
Absolutely. Off to a great start. Before we get into the picks here, let's just dive in briefly here. Overall thoughts on this slate of the slate of games here on the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Mills, anything in particular stand out to you?
It's kind of different than last week where I thought I could make a legitimate argument for every team to win. There are definitely some spreads I'm interested in here, but there are a few games where I feel pretty confident that one team is going to win. And if you look at the spreads themselves, they're pretty well spread out from, about 9 points at the top all the way down to about a point at the bottom. So there's basically something at every number, at every level, no matter kind of what you're looking for. I think there's something for you on this menu. Tampa Bay is probably feeling like my most likely upset right now from reading around a little bit. I don't think I am alone on that one, but also feels like it could be the highest scoring game of the week. And one thing I am keeping an eye on is laying the points with some of these road favorites. You have the Chargers, the Jets, the Seahawks, Steelers, all road favorites. Chargers at Carolina, Jets at Tennessee, Seahawks at New England, Steelers at Denver. I feel pretty confident about the Chargers. I feel confident about the Jets. And then Seattle and Pittsburgh. I'm not sure. And I don't think that the Giants-Commanders game is going to be really a fun one to watch. Fantasy owners will certainly be interested, but I think it could be one of the more fun, more profitable games to wager on. So got my eye on that one. Jamie G, what are your overall thoughts here on the Week 2 Sunday main slate?
Yeah, agree with most of what you said there, man. I too think that the money line picks on this one are going to really get my attention. I know that the odds aren't always great, so I'll be looking to do some 2, maybe even 3 leg parlays just on money line straight up because I do feel like I got a good beat on kind of who's going to win, who's going to lose this week. Outside of that, I think this will be another week for me where I play with some alternate point totals and alternate spreads. I think there's some good money to be made there, and the lines aren't as soft as maybe say last week, but there's still some opportunity there. So again, looking to hedge a little bit and do some of that. And last but not least, I think it's another good week for some player props. So pretty excited about some of the matchups on the board, and I think we've got a good docket here laid out before you. So get ready to make some money.
Might be a good week to try to drift off Jamie G because now he already got the Bills game out of the way. They won, so no biases in the way, just totally clear and focused. Might be about as good as I get. So just throwing that out there. One additional thought.
I am focused. Let's get started with the top of the props. We're each going to give out our 3 favorite prop plays and one tripod, a 3-legger prop parlay just for you. Mills, how are we doing on our props so far this season? Did we hit anything last week or two?
Jamie G, I am 6 for 10 on the season. I'm profiting about 378 coins, and you are 5 of 10. You're down about 96 coins. So overall, we're up a little bit under 282 coins with a winning percentage of 55%. I have 3 props here for you for the Sunday main slate. Give me Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back, over 3.5 receptions, traveling to Detroit, -125. I mentioned it. I think it could be the highest scoring game of the week. I think the Bucs could be forced to put the ball in the air. And even if Bucky Irving is getting some more snaps, it's White that'll be featured in the passing game. Love the 3.5 there. The second one, JBG, a little bit of a creeper one. Can't believe I'm doing it. Give me Miles Sanders. They have 25 or more rushing yards, -110. If you get into some of the advanced stats, he actually was pretty elusive, broke a couple tackles, didn't look bad. Passed the eye test when I rewatched the game. Chuba Hubbard didn't look good. 25 yards isn't a lot. I think the Panthers are going to try to run the ball, and if he's more successful, he'll go out there, get some carries. I figure if he can get 10 carries, 2.5 yards a carry, I think he can get there. So shout out to former Eagle. I think that's a nice number. And finally, Josh Jacobs, 70+ rushing yards. That's +100. Malik Willis expected to be at quarterback for the Packers. Colts might have the worst run defense in the league. Right up there with Carolina. We saw what Joe Mixon did to them last week. I think Josh Jacobs will be featured heavily. They don't really have anybody behind him to steal snaps from him, so could be a monster workload. I feel like that one is easy money, Eddie Money's favorite cousin. Jamie G, give me your 3 favorite props for the Sunday main slate.
Absolutely, man. I got a couple of quarterbacks running around. First off, I got Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go back to the well. They moved the line. It's not nearly as soft as it was in week 1, but I'm going Lamar Jackson, 60+ rushing yards, +155. I just think this is going to be, I won't say this is an auto bet for me, but I'm going to be playing this a lot until I see something different out of that offense. I just think that's their best weapon right now. He's clearly the best running back. I know they got Derrick Henry. When they want to pass, he's going to run 60+ rushing yards, +155. I'm also going to go there with Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, 60+ rushing yards, +140. A little bit of a different reasoning here. I think he's going to be running for his life a little bit. The Giants, got a decent pass rush with Burns and Thibodeau off the edge there, and Sexy Dexty up in the middle. I think he's going to need to kind of get around. And I think the one thing he trusts right now is if guys aren't wide open, he knows he can scramble and get some yardage. So I see him getting 60, +140 there. And then last but not least, I'm going with the old man, Ron Ayuska himself, Aaron Rodgers, over 1.5 passing touchdowns, +110. This is do or die for the Jets, man. If Jersey doesn't get a win here, 0-2. The media is going to rip them apart. I just don't know if they're mentally tough enough for that with everything they've gone through. They need this win against Tennessee. I think Rodgers gets two passing touchdowns here.
I am a big fan of those. I think I will get a little bit of action on Jaden Daniels here at some point myself, and I was considering that Rodgers prop, a couple of different Rodgers props. Actually, that brings us to our tripod, our 3-leg parlay here. What we're going to do is take one of our props, our favorite props from each of us, and then add a 3rd leg onto this bad boy. I'm going with the Rachaad White, over 3.5 receptions. That's -125. Jamie G is throwing in his Jaden Daniels, 60+ rushing yards, +140. And our mutually agreed 3rd leg here is Cooper Kupp, over 85.5 receiving yards, -115. Together, that gives you a 3-leg parlay worth +722. So threw 100 coins down on that bad boy. You're bringing home 822 when it cashes, and we hope it does.
Yes, we do. Next up, we're continuing our quest to find the king of the end zone throne. Same kind of thing as with our props, but this time we're looking at our favorite touchdown wagers. We got our top 3 here, and one of our patented touchdown tripods. Mills, go ahead and do your thing.
Jamie G, haven't been as good on these this season. I am 0 for 3, so I am -300 coins there. You are 2 for 3, so you're up 345 points. Together, that makes us up 45 coins with a winning percentage of 33%. I am going to turn that around this week. Last week, I got a little bit tricky. This week, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. A little kiss here. Give me Mike Evans, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 125. Love that matchup against Detroit, what I anticipate to be a high-scoring game. It's happening again, Jamie G. Ramondre Stevenson, anytime TD score. The
Love
odds
it.
aren't as good this week at plus 115, but I think he is going to get there. I think Jared Mayo is
Love it.
going to ride him till the wheels fall off. And then finally, give me the squeaky wheel touchdown, Marvin Harrison Jr., anytime touchdown scorer, plus 150. Even without Puka Nacua, I think the Rams are going to score some points. Cardinals are going to have to keep up. I think he's going to get a target or two in the end zone. Comes down with one, like the 150 number. Jamie G, give me your 3 favorite TD wagers.
I absolutely love Stevenson anytime touchdown scorer, my man. I'm going to go with Zamir White anytime touchdown scorer. Look, I understand last week was terrible. Fantasy owners are freaking out. Relax. It's week 1. I think he gets going a little bit here. The offense is going to run through him. They're going to find themselves in the red zone. I think he gets the look. I think he punches one in. It's plus 210. I just could not believe those odds. I love it. I'm taking it, man. One that I feel very good about, Mills, JT Money, baby. Give me Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 105 odds there. Really like that one. And then last but not least, I got to go with Jonesy. Give me Aaron Jones, anytime touchdown scorer, up against San Francisco in the soda. Loving Aaron Jones. It's plus 115. I think he finds his way in the end zone as well.
Ooh, I like the Jonesy there as well. They're going to need him, I think. So that brings us to our touchdown tripod. Jamie G, you mentioned it. I'm throwing it in there. Ramondre Stevenson, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 150. You're throwing your guy, JT Money, Jonathan Taylor in there, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 105. And then finally, our mutually agreed upon third leg here, the tripod, the Gus Bus, Gus Edwards, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 160. I think the Chargers are going to find the end zone a couple of times against that Panthers team. Jamie G, this is a Moonster plus 1045. So you threw 100 coins down. You're bringing home 1,145 coins. You're going to need some help carrying all those. You're going to need a wheelbarrow to bring home all your coins when this bad boy hits.
Well, and I think I'll look a little bit like Randy in South Park with that wheel
Little
ball
bit.
because they'll be filled with some big old balls, baby. Because this one, I love that touchdown tripod. Now, Mills, I need you to straight up now tell me, are you ready for Paula's picks? We're each going to give our 2 favorite underdog money lines here. Look, should you take the points or should you bet the dog straight up? That's what we're going to find out. It's experiment time right here on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. Let's get this thing, Mills.
All right, last week, Jamie G, you went 0 for 3. You missed on the Titans, Broncos, and the Giants. None of those teams won with the spread, but Denver was a push, so you were kind of 0 for 2 against the spread there. I went 1 for 3 on mine, missed on Carolina and Washington, hit on New England, so I was 1 for 3 overall. That was a nice one. Brought home a couple of coins there because New England was pretty sweet on the money line. On the season, we are 1 of 6 straight up, 1 of 5 against the spread, but the 5 is, because of the push there with the Broncos line. Not bad. So the money line is currently ahead right now. That's the way to go. We will see if that continues. Lead us off with your Paula's picks, your 2 favorite underdog money lines this week, and make sure you give us the spread.
First up, I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is my favorite underdog of the week here. The money line plus 295. They're 7.5-point dogs. The more I think about it, the more I love it. Next up, I'm going to go back to the well. I'm hoping they can repeat here. Give me the New England Patriots. They're plus 145 on the money line and 3.5-point dogs.
All right, Jamie G. I like that. I like it a lot, so much so that I'm also going with Tampa Bay. We've talked about it. Sticking to my guns there. Plus 295 on the money line, plus 7.5. Going to switch it up here for my second one. They didn't look great last week, but I think they might do it at home because the Steelers can't win ugly every week, Jamie G. Give me the Denver Broncos, plus 124 on the money line at home against the Steelers, plus 2.5 points against the spread. Think I might get a sweet double dip there. Definitely not impossible that Justin Fields turns it over a couple times and Bo Nix manages to look a little better. Or, hey, maybe Javonte Williams will even look like a thing.
He definitely might. Well, move on over, Paula, because it's time for floor and ceiling. Here's how this one works. We're each going to make 2 wagers, one with short odds and one with long odds. And over the course of the season, we're going to figure out if you're better off playing it safe with the floor bets or swinging for the old fences with those ceiling wagers. Mills, fill in anything I might have missed and break down how we did last week.
I feel bad if you're just audio only here, just listening to the podcast. You missed JBG doing this pretty sweet baseball little batting thing, swinging for the fences. That was pretty nice. So if you're watching on YouTube, you got that going for you, which is nice. Our floor wagers will be any single wager that is minus 250 or shorter. Our ceiling wagers will be any single wager that's plus 250 or longer. Again, assume we're throwing 100 cricket coins on these bad boys, the preferred currency of bet it, bank it, blow it. We'll be tracking these over the course of the season. Jamie G, last week I hit my floor. Carolina Panthers to record a sack. That was minus 650. So did it turn a profit of 15.38 coins. Missed my ceiling wager. Malik Neighbors over 102.5 receiving yards. JBG, you also hit your floor wager. Bijan Robinson over 48.5 yards. That was minus 260. So you profited 38.46 coins. And you missed your ceiling wager. The Tennessee Titans -4 alternate spread at Chicago. That was plus 263. Overall, on the ceiling, the floor is 2 for 2 with a profit of 53.84 coins, while the ceiling is 0 for 2. So they're down 200 coins on the ceiling. Right now, the floor is in the lead. The tortoise is doing it. We will see how that develops over the course of the season. Jamie G, my floor wager is Patrick Mahomes over 240.5 passing yards. That's minus 260. Again, a little bit safe, but that's the point of the floor wager. And the ceiling wager, Jamie G, I'm riding the Gus bus not once, but twice. Give me Gus Edwards 2+ anytime touchdown scorer, rushing or receiving, plus 1,100. I'm feeling the Gus bus. You saw what the Saints did to Carolina last week. You know the Chargers are going to run the ball. I'm liking that offensive line. I'm feeling the Gus bus. Find and pay dirt twice. Jamie G, lead us off with your floor wager.
First up, my floor pick. I'm taking Breece Hall, 50+ rushing yards. It's minus 380. If he can't get 50+ rushing yards, then I'm done talking about Breece Hall for a long time. My ceiling, Mills, I'm riding Jaden Daniels here, man. Give me Jaden Daniels 2+ touchdowns. I think he gets in the end zone twice, plus 850 odds on that. It's Jaden Daniels time, baby.
Nice. So 2 anytime touchdowns, not 2 passing touchdowns. Okay. I like that. I'm feeling the Jaden Daniels too. Maybe that's a little bit of a teaser for what's coming up. We'll see.
We'll see. Just like Callaway, we want to be rich. We want money, lots and lots of money. And I'm assuming that you do too. It's time for Dollar and a Dream, where we try to help you turn $1 into something much, much more substantial. Mills, we're not quitting our day jobs just yet, are we? I don't think we hit last week.
No, not quite. Neither of us hit. We both had 5-leg parlays. You hit one of the 5 legs. I hit 0 of the 5 legs. So nothing there on the season. We're both 0 for 1. So 0 for 2 overall. And just like it says, this is just throwing $1 on a long shot lottery ticket type of wager. The only rule here is that if you want to do a parlay, it's maxed out at 5 legs. Other than that, dealer's choice. Jamie G, show me the money.
Yeah, man, I got another 5-legger here. It's more. I'm focused now. Okay, I'm not Funk Flex focused, but I'm close. And first leg of this one, I got Anthony Richardson, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 135. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 10.5 at minus 158. That doesn't hit. All hell breaks loose. I got our boy Ramondre Stevenson, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 115. I got Zay Flowers, 60+ receiving yards, plus 120. And I got Garrett Wilson with 2 tutties, 2 touchdowns out of Wilson, plus 1,200. Grand total here, plus 23,495 on the odds. $1 on this one will win you a nice, comfy $235. You can, go to McDonald's or Starbucks for the next week, and you're covered.
You could probably get a couple of autographs, the albums from Callaway too for that. So
probably could.
like that one. You went big here, but I am going to go really, really big. And start off, we keep saying we like Tampa Bay. That's great. Give me Tampa Bay minus 1.5 at the Lions. Alternate spread. That's plus 318. And we both think the Cowboys are going to win, but I think the Saints are going to find the end zone. So give me Taysom Hill, anytime touchdown scorer. That's plus 235. And we talked about our guy Cooper Kupp, right? Puka Nacua is out, could go absolutely crazy. I've got Cooper Kupp over 135.5 receiving yards. That's plus 500. In Carolina last week, I bet on you to have a sack. You only got one against the Saints. This week, I'm going nada. You are not going to get a sack. Carolina Panthers not to record a sack, plus 800. And then finally, Jamie G, your guy, trying to get it done down there in Tennessee, Will Levis, 2+ passing touchdowns. That's plus 250. You put all of that together, your odds are plus 264,556. So
Woo.
$1 Jamie G would bring you home $2,646.56. Now that is enough to actually get Callaway to record a song for you, possibly.
Absolutely. Well, probably like a year's worth of cameos at least.
He's
Love it,
playing your
Mills.
house like it's Mitchapalooza, man.
Yeah. Well, when you hear the Dr. Dre, that means it's time to play Let Me Ride. We're going to grow our bankrolls while making a single wager each week. This is a contest, and the catch is that we have to take our entire bankroll and let it ride each and every week. What is the best approach to take here? Is it the slow and steady, or is it the fast and furious? Mills, explain the rules of the game and how do we win this thing eventually? Because we got to win. If you're not playing, you're not winning.
Yeah, there's two ways to win that are good and one way to win that is bad. At first, you can win by turning the 100 coins we start with into 1,000 coins. First one to 1,000 wins. However, there's another way to win. You could successfully let it ride 9 times in a row. You want to go minus 800 9 times in a row, half the season, do it tortoise style. That's in play too. The unfortunate thing here is when you miss a wager, you go all the way back to 100 and start over. When that happens, you pick up a strike. Strikes are bad because when we finish the season, if neither of us have hit 1,000 or let it successfully ride 9 times in a row, whoever has less strikes wins. So it's like winning by default. It may be the two sweetest words in the English language, according to Homer Simpson, but myself, I am not a fan. Last week, JBG, we both failed. You had 100 coins on Kirk Cousins to have over 225 passing yards, minus 185. He only had a $1.55. And I had 100 coins on both the Raiders and Chargers scoring at least one rushing touchdown. That was plus 170. Only the Chargers found the end zone. So we're both back at 100 coins. We both have one strike and 0 wins in a row. Jamie G, lead us off again. Try to change it up for us, man. What are you putting your 100 coins on this week?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with an alternate spread here. I've got the Ravens -6. It's minus 163. I think they win by a touchdown here. Ravens -6.
All right, all right. Not quite full tortoise, just putting it down a little bit slow here.
Slow
It's like,
play.
it's like you're driving with Bowser in Mario Kart. I see how you're working it here.
Slow
You know what
roll.
I'm
I'm
going to
slow
do?
rolling.
I like the Chargers here. I want to beef it up a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit of an alternate line here. Give me the Chargers -6.5 at the Panthers, plus 115. Trying to turn my 100 coins into 215 coins. So not nearly as bold as my dollar and a dream there, but still bolder than Jamie G.
Absolutely. And you're not exactly Bobby Boulders, but you're on your way. We're going to close out the episode with our bankroll battle, which features our official wagers of the week. Mills, remind us how this works and go ahead and give us those results from last week.
Yeah, I wouldn't be Bobby Boulders. I'm Lex Diamonds all the way. Each week, we will both be wagering 150 coins on our bankroll battle. We have to wager 100 of the coins on between 4 and 10 wagers with a minimum wager of 5 coins, max wager of 25 coins, and we each have to put down 50 coins on our wager of the week. No parlays here, single wagers only. Jamie G, last week I went 0 for 6. I lost 85 coins. I had a no action on my 15 coin bet on T. Higgins. I did hit my wager of the week. So overall, I was 1 for 7 and down 41.53 coins. You went 2 for 4 on your additional wagers, and you hit your wager of the week, JBG. So 3 for 5 total, plus 75.48 coins. You are in the lead, my friend. So you get to go first here. Give us your additional wagers.
All right, first up, man, I think this is a game that I'm feeling confident they're going to win. I'm going to bet on it. 25 cricket coins on the Chargers money line, straight up. Now tell me, -230 odds there. Not great, but we're manufacturing a win. 25 cricket coins on Alvin Kamara to have 75 plus rushing and receiving yards, -170 there. I got to go with the big dog. Give me 25 cricket coins on King Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown score, that's -190. And then last but not least, I absolutely love this bad boy. 25 cricket coins on Isaiah Likely over 3.5 receptions, -115.
Well, I do like that bad boy as well, but it's funny, I went a little bit of a different way with it. And Jamie G, right off the top, of throwing 25 coins on our guy Jonesy, 75 plus rushing and receiving yards, -105, so has to have 75 or more combined yards. Give me 20 coins on Chris Godwin over 70.5 receiving yards, +120, back in the slot, doing work. I expect that game to be high paced, a lot of scoring. 15 coins on Anthony Richardson, longest completion over 34.5 yards, -115. That's what he does. He is not a dinker and a dunker, man. He goes for it. He'll go for it a couple times. I think he's landing at least one shot down the field. You threw it on likely, Jamie G. I've got 15 coins on Mark Andrews over 3.5 receptions, +105. It didn't actually look as bad when you dug into the advanced stats last week, just didn't get targeted a lot. I think a little bit of a squeaky wheel thing here. I think he's going to get 5 targets, call it, and I think he's catching at least 4 of those bad boys. Going back to the well with J.K. Dobbins, 15 coins on Dobbins, 75 plus rushing plus receiving yards, so 75 or more combined yards. That's -105. I think the Panthers D is giving it up to anybody who's asking for it right now. And Jamie G going to get a little exotic. My last two, 5 points on Ramondre Stevenson to have 25 or more rushing attempts. That's +1,200, so 5 points to bring home 65. And Jamie G, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. 5 points on Cooper Kupp, 14 plus receptions. That's +1,400, so 5 points to bring home 75. I believe he had 20 targets last week. I think he can get it done. I'll lead off the wager of the week here. I'm going back to the well, Jamie G. Give me Jaden Daniels over 253.5 passing plus rushing yards. 50 coins to bring home a shade under 94. Loving that one. What do you have for us at wager of the week?
I think it's the more I think about it, I think it's my favorite one. I'm going to do it. Ramondre Stevenson, anytime touchdown score. I just think that's what they have. They'll do enough to get into the red zone. He's going to punch it in. Ramondre Stevenson, anytime touchdown score.
I liked it, dude. Your conviction play with Stevenson. I am absolutely there for it. I mean, dude, I wish they would let me parlay that with the 25 plus rushing attempts, because if he totes that rock 25 times, you bet your sweet ass he's finding end at least once, right?
You bet your sweet ass he is. 100%, man.
Your candy ass even.
Your candy ass, 100%. That concludes another episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. Thank you guys for checking us out. Let us know your top plays of the week. And we want to know, did you cash last week, man? Share in that sweet victory. Go ahead and make sure you like, subscribe, but then go ahead and screenshot your bet slips. Put them in our DMs. We'll share them. We'll do a thing. It'll be awesome. Mills will let you know where you can find us.
Yeah, we'll take a picture of Three Finger Rocco or whoever the guy you have to turn the parlay slip in at the corner bar, whatever. We like those pictures too. Thanks again for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. Once again, presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. Find us wherever you get your podcasts, on YouTube and on social media at Seize the Gap FF. Same place on the web, seizethegapff.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like those flaps. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, hit the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's Jamie G. And remember, we can help you bet it. We can help you bank it. But blowing it is up to you.
You can blow it all night long.
Oh, Bobby Boucher.